If you've ever dreamt of building a high-ticket dropshipping business from scratch but didn't know where to start, this is your video. In this video, I'm going to walk you through a step-by-step guide to create a highly profitable e-commerce business, and we're doing it all in just 1 week. We're going to cover everything from laying down the business foundations, choosing the right products, building a high-converting Shopify store, to signing top-quality UK suppliers. Also, as part of this video series, I'm going to be giving away the very store we build together. Yep, one lucky viewer will win this fully set up, ready to launch e-commerce store. Now, to be in with a chance of winning, simply make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel and then like and comment on every episode in this series once it goes live. It's that easy. All right, so with that said, let's take a quick coffee break. But while we're at it, let's talk about something crucial, your mindset. Now, this isn't just another YouTube video. This is the beginning of a journey that could redefine your life. So I want you to do something for me. Switch off all distractions, grab a notepad, and really focus in. Let's do it. Building an e-commerce business offers incredible opportunities. It's about breaking free from the 9-to-5 grind and crafting your own path to time, location, and financial freedom. Imagine no more bosses to answer to, or working from your favorite coffee shop, or even from a beach, wherever you want in the world. But there is one thing, and this is a big but. It all starts with commitment. You need to give this venture everything you've got. This isn't just some casual browse type of video. This is a step towards changing your life. So work through this video series diligently, and you'll be amazed at what you can create in such a short space of time. Remember, every big achievement starts with a decision to commit. Commit to this process, embrace the learning curve, and let's build something remarkable together. Now, let's get back to work. We've got a business to launch. Okay, so moving forward in our build a high-ticket dropshipping business journey, the very first step, and it's a crucial one, is to set up a limited company, especially if this is your first foray into e-commerce. So let's delve into why and specifically how to do this. So here we are on the gov.uk website for company formation. Now, setting up a limited company is a pretty straightforward process, and it starts right here from this page. Now, these are the steps to follow, and it'll only cost you about, I think it's £12, and you'll be a company director in no time. I already have my limited companies set up, but I want you to see how simple it is to get started. So here you can see the steps. You have to choose a company name, you choose your company address, you got to choose at least one director, and then you can detail company shares and shareholders and things like that. As I said, there's a fee of about £12 to do this. You identify who is in significant control, who has significant control over your company. And then it takes about 8 to 10 days of processing time. That's what they say, but actually I've seen it happens a lot faster than that. And in fact, in many cases, I've seen it happen the very same day. So that's an overview of the process of how you actually register a company. You can expand on each of these to see the details and really dive into the process. But let's talk a little bit about why a limited company is your best choice. Now, the first thing is it's because it separates you as an individual from your business. So this means that your personal assets are protected, essentially for peace of mind. Second, when it comes to signing high quality suppliers, which is what we want to do with dropshipping, right? Having a registered business, a registered company, is often a non-negotiable requirement. It just adds that layer of credibility and trust to your operations. They'll take you seriously when they see that you're a limited company director. So you can either pause the video here and go ahead and set up your limited company, or if you don't want to do it yourself, the next step I'm about to share is a way you can actually have it done for you and even get paid to have it done for you. Sound interesting? Keep watching. Okay, so at this stage, you understand why you need to lay that legal groundwork with having a limited company. So on to the next crucial step, and this is setting up your business bank account. So this part is a game changer for managing your finances, and it's crucial as well for your long-term business success. I highly recommend using a bank called Tide Digital Bank for this. Not only is it incredibly user-friendly, but also if you use the link in the description or you head over to dropshipunlocked.com/company, you'll get a £50 bonus when you open up an account with Tide, and they'll also register your limited company for you for free, waiving the £12 fee. So you get your limited company and your company address set up and your bank account all in one go, and you get £50 paid to you for doing it. So that's if you head over to dropshipunlocked.com/company. So opening an account with Tide is a breeze. Let me walk you through the basics quickly. The process is all online. It's really simple, it's quick, it's efficient. You'll just need your details. So if you haven't yet registered your company and you're going to use this link, then that's fine. You can go through and they'll guide you through everything. There's a get started button here that you click and it will just guide you through the full process. Or if you already have set up your limited company and you just want to register your bank account, your business bank account, you can head over to dropshipunlocked.com/Tide, and that way they'll just open you a business bank account and you still get a £50 bonus for signing up, and you get 1 year of free transfers as well. So my suggestion would be pause this video now and in a new browser, open up dropshipunlocked.com/Tide if you just need the bank account, or dropshipunlocked.com/company if you want the bank account and the limited company. And I'll put those 2 links in the description below, and get yourself set up so that you can continue following along this journey. So why is a separate bank account so important? Well, it's all about clarity and control. Keeping your business finances separate from your personal ones just simplifies accounting, and it also gives you such clear visibility on your cash flow. Trust me, it makes life much, much easier when it comes to tax season. So let's not forget, in business, clarity with your finances is vital to making money. You've got to understand the numbers in your business. By setting your business bank account up, you're not just organizing your finances, but you're setting a professional tone for your entire operation. It's one of those steps that truly makes you feel like you're steering your own ship. So take advantage of this opportunity with Tide. Get your free £50 for getting set up, get your limited company and your business bank account registered, and let's get your financial foundations set up right from now. Okay, so it's time now to tackle one of the most crucial aspects of our dropshipping journey, and that is choosing the products we're going to sell. So let's revisit why we're building this business. Remember, we're not just creating a store, we're creating a lifestyle, a business that allows us the freedom to spend time with our families, to enjoy our hobbies, and to work from anywhere in the world. So with that vision in mind, our approach to product selection takes on a whole new meaning. We want to minimize the administrative hassles and avoid the headaches of damaged deliveries and faulty products. That's why we're going to be focusing on high-ticket items. So items that are less prone to damage during the shipping process. So think along the lines of sturdy, high-quality products, not fragile items like mirrors or vases, things like that. Now, our first step in niche research is putting on what I like to call the niche research glasses. Now, you're probably thinking, what on earth are you talking about? Well, let me show you. It's about seeing the world through the lens of a dropshipper, spotting opportunities in everyday life. So let's dive a level deeper into niche selection, and I'll explain more. All right, so we're in the car now. We're having a little drive around because we're trying to get a bit of inspiration. Now, it's time to put on the niche research glasses and see what we can find. I always find this is quite a good way of really getting inspiration and get the creative juices flowing, and get the niche research glasses fully activated so that you can start to see all the potential opportunities in front of you. Like, you got some electric garden gates here that I'm just flying past. Perhaps you want to build a specialty dropshipping store around garden gates, or perhaps it's something like these high-end rocks outside someone's house. Someone's got to sell those to people that want them. So yeah, just driving around like this, I've come up with some of my best ideas for dropshipping niches and products that you could sell. You know, if it's things like high-end bicycles, or whether it's smart home gadgets, things for use around the house, or even if it's like more specialized stuff like specialized outdoor furniture or specialist cooking equipment. things like that. Like, these are all viable niches that you can use. If you think of things that people use day to day that are expensive, that are highly profitable, that are constantly in demand all year round, that aren't just trends that are not going to go away. You know, you've got things like the nursery bedroom furniture that I've got for my kids. I just recently had to buy some. For all I know, it was probably drop shipped to me by a dropshipping retailer without me even knowing. You've got things like gardening tools, like everyone out mowing their lawns and doing all of the gardening, all of the equipment that they need to do that. And then you start thinking of kind of offshoot niches, even within the tools niche. So what about power tools? What about more specialist tools, things like that? You've then got as you start to drive around at night, you realize lots of these houses are lit up really nicely, and they've got all of the specialist like uplighters and night sensor lanterns as well that come on when they're motion detected. So there's so many things that you think, well, you could build a whole business around that, and many people do. A lot of the people who live around here who would have bought something for their house like that have most likely bought it from a specialist retailer who guided them on what they needed, what the specific type of product they needed was for their house. And what that means is you can add value as well to your customers. You can provide not just competing on price, but you can actually provide them a service that they'll pay extra for, which is teaching them what products they need, educating them on the compatibility of different products. So this morning I was at the gym, and a lot of the equipment in there, obviously if you were serving B2B markets like gym equipment, you could potentially sell gym equipment to the gym, but you could also sell that to consumers, B2C. So people need to buy fitness equipment for their homes. So what about treadmills and spin bikes and weight racks and all kinds of things like that? They're all viable niche markets. It's funny, I think sometimes people overthink these ideas, but as you're out and about and you're walking around, if you pop out to a local shopping centre or just go out for a walk or go out for a drive like I'm doing now, you will start to think of things. And when you think of them, just jot them down. Try and capture them on a notepad on your phone, and just jot down the different ideas that come to you. I've got some that I was putting down earlier today, whether it was podcasting tools, that we were recording our podcast earlier today, or survival gear. I was watching a show on a movie on Netflix called Leave the World Behind, which was a fascinating show or movie the other day on Netflix. And I don't want to spoil it for you, but there's a scene in there which shows that the people's house they're in are real survivalists or preppers, and it made me think that's a real passionate market, and people would spend a fortune on that, especially if they're operating out of fear of something disastrous happening in the world. You know, a friend of mine's a professional DJ as well, and he needs so much equipment. He's constantly buying new equipment. And another friend of mine is really into his wine, and was showing me an app the other day where he can like rate the different wines. And he was talking about getting a home wine fridge, you know, for his wine collection. And I was thinking, well, that in itself is another great niche as well. So see how these ideas start to come to you as you're changing your environment and changing your scenery. You can kind of gain that inspiration from simply just changing your environment, changing what inputs that you surround yourself with, and before you know it, you've come up with a list of 50 amazing ideas that you could use. I just saw someone go past us on a mobility scooter, potentially an option for creating a niche market around. I went out for dinner the other night actually, and it reminds me, just driving around here reminds me, we went out for dinner, and at the front of the restaurant they had this huge like industrial sized fish tank. And you think, well, fish tanks must come from somewhere, and you probably aren't just buying a fish tank from a generalist store. There's probably a specialty store, a specialist store that specialize purely in fish tanks, and they will tell you that these are the different types, these are the different pumps you need. So these at this stage, try not to rule out niche ideas. Remember, you're just trying to come up with a list of 50 different ideas that you can put into a list on your phone, and then later we'll go through the different criteria and we'll kind of narrow down our list to find ones that are most viable for the type of dropshipping that we want to do, which is to build a lifestyle business, something that allows us to live a stress-free life and doesn't cause us loads of extra admin, and makes it a really easy, low customer service requirement business. Another thing I'll do is often when I've been out and about and I'm coming up with ideas, later that day, if I'm watching a show on Netflix or I'm watching something on YouTube, you can watch some of those shows that are like, Selling Sunset or $1 Million Listing, or these real estate shows where they show people's houses and these incredible interiors like cribs. and just see what they've got around their house. Look at what they're passionate about. Maybe they've got a home cinema room and all of the AV equipment that they needed to set that up. Well, those are all different potential niche ideas that you could have. So as we head back now, I'm confident that I've got at least 30 or 40 different niche ideas. So remember, this is really just a starting point. This is for us to narrow down our different niche ideas. And it's something that later on we'll be able to put these ideas into the laptop, go through the different niche criteria that I'll break down later in this video, and we can start that validation process. So this is where the real fun begins, and it starts to become a real business. It's all about finding that perfect match for your business. Okay, so we're back in the house now, and we are at a critical junction in our dropshipping journey. This bit is niche validation. So this might not be the most thrilling part of the process, but trust me, it's where we pave the road to guaranteed success. You see, there are two ways to figure out if a niche will work. You can either take a shot in the dark, spending money on ads and learning the hard way, or you can do the smart thing, niche validation research up front. I always choose the latter. Why? Because it gives me confidence in the products that I sell before I start pouring money into advertising. So what makes a niche viable? What are the signposts of a winning product? Well, let's break it down. The criteria that we're looking at include search demand, average price, price consistency, are brands selling directly to consumers, current trends, seasonality, brand dominance, and the number of brands in the space. Now, I'll take you through each of these criteria, showing you exactly how to apply them. We'll analyze real examples using hands-on tools, and by the end, you'll have a crystal clear picture of what makes a great niche. This is where the groundwork we laid starts to pay off. This is the Sowing the Seeds worksheet. You can see each column represents a different niche validation criteria that we'll work through. Now, sharing my screen, I'll show you how to apply the niche validation criteria using this worksheet. Remember, as we go through this, the more thorough we are now, the smoother our journey will be later. So let's set ourselves up for success from month one. Now, the first thing to do is enter your 50 niche ideas into the left-hand column here on your Sowing the Seeds worksheet. These are the 50 ideas that I came up with while we were driving around and brainstorming earlier today. Now we're going to apply the first niche validation criteria, which is finding the average core price for each niche. So we'll start by visiting shopping.google.com. Here, we'll input our niche keywords like telescopes or drum kits. Our goal is to browse through the products and note their prices. We're specifically looking for items priced over £300, as this indicates a high ticket niche. Ideally, you want them to be even more expensive than that. We're looking for the average product price as we go through the first pages of Google Shopping on our Sowing the Seeds worksheet. I'll mark these niches in green, indicating that they meet our price threshold. Okay, so next, the second niche validation criteria is determining customer demand. For this, we'll use tools like Keywords Everywhere or Ubersuggest. So enter each of our niche keywords in and we'll look at the monthly search volumes. We're aiming for niches with over 10,000 searches per month because this indicates that there's a strong customer interest. These will be highlighted green in our worksheet, while those below this threshold will be highlighted red. So our third criteria is to assess if the niche is seasonal or trending. So to do that, open trends.google.com and enter your core product keywords. Now adjust the settings to the UK only and set the time frame to the past 5 years. What we're looking for are patterns or stability over time. Niches showing clear seasonal spikes or a downward trend in interest will be highlighted red, while stable niches will be green. So on to the fourth criteria, identifying brand domination in each niche. We'll use Google Shopping for this. Type in your core product keywords and examine the search results. Pay close attention to the brands that appear. Are these brands household names? If so, it's likely a brand-dominated niche. We're ideally looking for niches with a diverse range of lesser-known brands. So I'll note down the findings in our worksheet accordingly. Now, the fifth criteria, counting the number of suppliers for each niche. This is about determining market accessibility. Again, on Google Shopping or even through a simple Google search, look at the variety of suppliers for each niche. We want at least 10 different suppliers, suggesting a healthy, accessible market. Niches meeting this criteria will be highlighted in our worksheet, so let's do it. So then on to our sixth criteria, passionate markets. So here we assess the fan base and community engagement around each niche. So to do this, we can use forums or social media groups, even customer reviews on sites like Amazon to gauge how passionate people are about these products. Niches with a strong, dedicated following will be marked as yes in our worksheet. So let's do it. Now, onto the seventh criteria, price consistency. Back to Google Shopping for this one, we're now comparing prices from different sellers within the same niche. We're looking for niches where the majority of products have prices within a similar range, ideally within about a 10% bracket. Consistent pricing suggests market stability, which is good for us. Now onto our eighth criteria. Do brands sell directly? We need to find out if major brands in our niches sell directly to customers, which increases competition for us. So a quick Google search within the niche name and brand store or official site should reveal this. Niches where brands don't sell directly will be our focus. Finally then, the ninth criteria, which is identifying 3 direct competitors. So to do this, we'll use Google to search for each niche and find the top online stores specializing in these products. So we're looking for at least 3 competitors that align with our niche criteria. This step helps us understand the competitive landscape and ensures we're entering a viable market, because we need to know, can we find at least 3 other dropshipping competitor stores who are already making a success of this niche? If we can, we may have just validated this market, assuming it meets all the other criteria. So let's get into it. And there we go. We are now left with our winning niche. In this case for us, today it was outdoor cooking equipment, including barbecues, grills, things like that. All right, so let's take a moment to appreciate how far we've come. We've laid down some seriously solid foundations for our dropshipping business, from forming our company, to setting up our business bank account, to meticulously choosing our niche and the products that we're going to sell based on real hard data. We've done it all. We've not just dreamt about our business, we've taken concrete steps towards making it a reality. This is the groundwork that separates successful businesses from the rest. It's about being thorough, strategic, and data-driven. Now, the exciting part is just ahead. In our next video, we dive into building our store. We're talking about a step-by-step walkthrough of setting up our Shopify store and getting all the other assets in place to bring our business to life. And remember, we've got that incredible giveaway I mentioned as well. The very store we're building will go to 1 lucky viewer. So keep watching and make sure you're subscribed, you've liked, and you've commented on every episode to stand a chance to win this store.